We've also got all eyes on Moises Caicedo, the Brighton midfielder. We've got an update now. He is not going to be included in the squad for their pre-season game, Brighton's pre-season game against Rayo Vallecano, which kicks off at 3 o'clock. Now, we're told he's been given the weekend off to focus on the Premier League opener. That's against Luton next Saturday. Of course, loads of speculation over his future. Chelsea, they really want to sign him. They bid £80 million, which was rejected straight away by Brighton. Brighton won £100 million, and we're told also that Brighton do not believe that anybody will match that valuation of £100 million. So they expect him to be at the club when the transfer window closes.
Yes! 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 Yes!
It's happening, people. Things are happening behind closed door. Just because we don't see it doesn't mean that we're not doing it. Things are happening. New development when it comes to Moises Caicedo this morning. He is left out for the friendly games that Brighton are going to play. And the reason, this is so funny. The reason is, we're going to give him some rest so he can focus on the game next Saturday against Luton Town. I heard this before, right? Over and over and over again. When a team refuses to play a player so he doesn't get injured and he doesn't miss out on an opportunity to make a move. Smart, right? The PR here is very, very smart. Things are happening. Get ready, get your champagne ready, because we're going to be celebrating in the next coming days or hours. You don't know. The development is so good in this moment that I don't want to get ahead of myself and start celebrating and all that. But this thing is happening. The entire window, Pochettino only asked for one player and one player only. Well, that is not fair because he started by Ugarte and other target, but right now he's focused on Moises Caicedo or nobody. Even Leslie Pochettino was asked about him, and he said that, a young player that need development and we need more experience from that position, especially, so he was giving some flash news somewhere without really saying it clearly, but you can tell that the manager want to work with everybody. You can buy whoever you want. Poch is going to make him very good and work with and get result. But just one player. Give me one player. And this is going to be Moises Caicedo, and I will start delivering. I'm okay with that. Pochettino is somebody that needs to be trusted. So if you trust your manager, you have to give him at least one player. And it looks like it's happening. I'm so happy about it. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about Moises Caicedo? And I want to make it clear, right? Because there are so many people who will come at me when we signed him and say, oh, you didn't want him. Okay. Nobody said that I didn't like him. I didn't want him. He's my number one choice. I am against the price tag. I am against making Brighton, a small team, play with us, toy with us, exploit us 24/7. It's enough with Graham Potter and Mark Cucurella and Billy Gilmore. I don't want to always bend over and take it from Brighton. That is me. That is my pride side of being a Chelsea fan. We are a big club and we've been treated like a small club. So that was my problem. But at the end of the day, if the owners decide to go for Moises Caicedo, what do you want me to do? Nothing. You can cry, you can say whatever you want. It's not going to change one damn thing. My maximum price that I can pay on him is 80 million. I don't want to break another record. That's what I said. But the end of the day, I don't make decisions, and don't come at me and say you didn't want him, because that is a big lie. I am a big fan of this guy. I think this is what we need in this current moment. And if we get this guy, Caicedo, okay, I think the league is possible. Yes. I've been changing, you know, based on the transfer dealings. And I told you I'm gonna have my clear opinion at the end of this transfer window. I know this is a very young team. I can't really put any kind of pressure on them. But the end of the day, if we got key players like Caicedo in the midfield, and with the form from Jackson, and if Christopher Nkunku can still stay fit without any issue, and then we can start cooking, and then we can win the league. Why not? So I'm happy about this deal. Let me know what you think. And by the way, this video is not structured or anything because we have a call-in show live. It's going to be few hours from now for the Community Shield between Arsenal and Manchester City at Wembley. So join us on Soccer IQ YouTube channel. The link is going to be in the description down below. We're going to be there like for 4 hours, 5 hours, you know. The telephone or the link provided for everybody to call so you can have an opinion about what is going on in the transfer market. Let's move on very quickly to give you some updates here. Angelo Gabriel will join Strasbourg on loan. The plan has never changed as Chelsea want him to develop playing as regular starter. Chelsea want to proceed same way with Deivid Washington once they close the deal with Santos. So they are buddies, right? They are friends. They are family from Brazil. They played in the same team at Santos. So wow, how amazing it's going to be for Angelo Gabriel to play again with his brother, Mr. Washington, in France. They're going to develop together, and I have no doubt that he is going to cook in France and come back next season to play for the Almighty Blues. So I'm happy about it because we have so many players from his position and we can't keep everybody. We are working very hard to get also Michael Olise to Chelsea, or Olise. Yeah, that's the way it is. Michael Olise. Some people say Olise, some people said Olise. And in France we say Olise. Olise, because that S at the end is say like Z, so it's like Olise. So yeah, depending on your mother tongue, right, to pronounce it. Anyways, all the jokes aside, I'm so happy that we could manage to get 2 Brazilian wonder kid and send them in France so they can have more experience. Juventus have a new idea to present to Chelsea. If Lukaku does well with Juventus, then they will pay 50 million, okay, to Chelsea, and then Chelsea will pay 80 million for Vlahovic. Wow. So there is a new structure here to make it you know, like more fair for both teams. It's a big iffy here, okay? We don't know how fit Vlahovic is going to be at Chelsea and how well he's going to do in the Premier League. We don't even know what Lukaku is going to do in the with Juventus, with his age and his injuries and his antics. So I think this is a fair deal for everybody. I'm not too sure about Vlahovic because of his injuries, but there is no doubt in my mind about his quality. He's a quality player that can develop under Mauricio Pochettino, but his injury is kind of questionable. So let's wait and see what's going to happen on this one. But I am going to accept whatever Pochettino is going to decide for this guy. And Brighton, before I forgot, they're going to get Kudus, right? Because if they get Kudus, and that means that Caicedo is coming to Chelsea, and that means that Chelsea are not going to get Kudus. So let's wait and see the development from that one. So I'm so happy, and don't forget also that Chelsea also want to trigger the release clause of Tyler Adams. For me, my people, there is nothing wrong by getting 2 quality DM. We've been begging and crying for DM for years to help Kante Now, if we get a quality DM like Moises Caicedo and we got another quality in Tyler Adams, who is very cheap, very, very cheap, and so many clubs wanted to go for him, but he's out injured and people are like, we don't know what to do. But overall, I think, call me crazy if you want, right? But Tyler Adams actually can bench Caicedo. If there is fairness in football, this brother here, Tyler Adams, is not somebody who will come at Chelsea and accept to be number 2 on the bench. He is so good. But because he's from America and people are focused on certain players, they can't see the other side of the coins. Like, they are so focused on Caicedo and Caicedo only, Ugarte or Ugarte only, that you can't see the quality from Leslie, for example, the quality from another bowler that is just waiting for a chance, you know? So you have to keep your eye open on this one. I don't mind if we spend 80 million on Caicedo and 20 million on Taylor Adams, because we need competition. We need quality from the bench. We don't need some players who deputized or who are backups. No, Chelsea don't do backups. You do competition, somebody in the same level so they can fight for the same spot. Like now, we have Reece James fighting with another bowler, Malo Gusto. This is what Chelsea need in every single position.